You know, some people need to show up with a large sword to get revenge. Others don't.
So that means I would have 2 gold added more to my gold now because I decided to keep it, right?
Correct. Going forward.
Right, but you said that technically I found this out before I did my carousing and stuff, so I would have gotten it this turn.
Yes, oh yes, yeah, no, you're right. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we're here live on Twitch. We're also live on YouTube. So we have the group here. We're just waiting for one more player. We're having some issues there, just starting up beforehand. But everything seems to be in the clear here at the moment. And yeah, so as that's happening, we'll see a brief recap. In our last adventure, the characters they were on the island of the Black Ones, and essentially what happened, they walked themselves into a portal and found themselves spirited away a very long distance away from where they were. Into the deserts of Afghanistan. I'm going to draw that here on the map for everyone. In the mountainous area. Make sure I have all I do. So I should have 12. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, 15 too. So, I'm also going to post a link for you guys in our Discord chat here. Let me bring it up.
Right, that's basically what I do. Look in your Discord chat. How's that for a sailor?
Jolly, can I ask you where reloads are on our character sheet?
They're on, you should be on your inventory page.
This game kind of works with a narrative version of ammunition.
Right.
Yeah.
The resource concept.
So I'm going to ask everyone to click on that link, and this is the new sound pad that I'm working with. So I should be able to get some sounds and stuff to you guys.
Old County.
That's it.
The one from your Conan Foundation, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So, is this going to produce extra sound effects in our audio?
It will, yeah. And you can control this by using the sound option in your mixer on your Windows or for your browser.
I'm confused.
I'll keep it pretty low.
Can you do a test sound?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Let's start this one here.
Can you share it again? I seen it came up and went down, and I don't see where to click on.
Yeah.
So, the volume is fine for me, but I don't see any place where I can control it.
Okay, you gotta right click on your sound option on your taskbar down the bottom. Go to mixer.
I'm running on a Mac.
Okay, well, find your volume mixer somewhere on the Mac, and you'll see an option for your browser window, and you want to lower that volume. Basically, it's your browser volume you want to lower.
I don't know how to do that on Mac. I've never done that. I always do it within app. I don't do it system-wise.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to do it in an app.
Okay, so let's see.
just want to make sure. Will, are you there now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. Hey, I can't hear any sound effects or anything. I don't know what you're talking about as far as maybe some whatever.
Did you see the link?
No. I mean, I saw something pop up and then it went down. I didn't click on it, it just went away.
Yeah, I clicked on the link and it said it was downloading some sounds.
That's correct.
And it opened it up in a browser.
That's right.
But I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, interesting.
Are you on Windows?
I'm on a Mac as well.
Okay, you're probably in the same boat he is, where somehow, I don't know how, but somewhere in your Mac there's a mixer that'll allow you to change the volume for your browsers versus your other programs that are running, and that's probably set really low.
Now I can hear mine, and there's not a mixer. There is some third-party stuff out there, so I can help you navigate this stuff later if you want. Yeah, we don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah, it's just background music.
Okay.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, we are going to get started here now. Well, okay. So after you're starting arriving in the deserts of Afghanistan,
While you're doing that, when is the next game going to be? Just a big step?
no, it's going to be 4 weeks from now. I gotta go away for 3 weeks.
Okay.
One last quick question before we get to all that, before we move on.
8:57. Yeah, for everybody.
Is there a quick arbitration role with or decision you would make if I traded my arb list for a shim my bow with some reloads, if I get any credit for that for buying it?
You would have to do a persuade test, and it would be a difficulty too. And so it would be a struggle. So actually, no, it won't be. It would just be a difficulty too. Persuade test.
And since this is also downtime, there would also be no money to put in that.
Correct.
Well, that's a good thing to do some money. No, but then I'd have to pay for the load too. Okay, I rolled 217. That pretty much answers my fucking question.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right.
We'll find you one. It'll just be a handicap.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
A little blood on it, that's all.
And part of this quick release is to open up the tree for myself, right?
So you find you guys are in the city called Katsumu, and it's a desert city, and the area has been very desolate as of late because Afghanistan is a desert, and it's been a particularly dry session, more so than normal. So there's been a lot of famine on the go. So food has been expensive, and water is it's hard to get, but life still goes on. So you guys kind of find yourselves in a large marketplace, and this is because Septimus made a deal with a group of individuals. He kind of got a job for everybody and kind of agreed to it for the group to do guard duty during an exhibition that's being put off by a group of people known as the Seers of the Dark Ones.
No relation
So, Septimus, you have been, you kind of agreed to this. It was kind of a raw deal. You don't really know why you did, but you did anyway. The money is not the best, but it'll do.
Is that free lodging and free drinks that won us over?
Yeah, of course, we need a lot of gold because we somehow misplaced our very expensive ship.
I think technically we abandoned it, so...
Well, we know exactly.
We'll come back and claim it.
We know exactly where it is.
Yep, okay. We still got the bill of receipt. We'll go back and claim it and prove it's ours.
Yeah, what's his face from Santi is probably going to jump on it and take it away.
We took insurance out on it, right?
Yeah, with Lords of London or whatever.
So, you guys are in this bazaar, and you guys were essentially told that there's a special exhibition taking place, and your job is to make sure that no one interrupts this exhibition. And the exhibition is actually rumored to be the dried and desiccant remains of creatures known as the Black Ones.
Oh, this should be interesting.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, especially when one of them is laying there with a big sword next to him, just like the one I've got.
That was the skeletons.
Oh, okay, good. Oh man.
Well, I pay strict attention because I'm looking to become a charlatan.
A charlatan.
His goal, ambitions in life.
Well, Mitra abandoned me, so...
Yeah, but you know, there's always another god around the next corner.
Yeah, we'll see.
Could I interest you for a couple of those?
We'll see.
So I want to ask you guys, you're kind of just walking around the marketplace. The exhibition hasn't yet started, but the individual that hired Septimus for the job is just kind of standing in front of a stage, and the stage is currently covered up. But he is there doing some work, getting stuff ready.
Septimus, how do you know this guy?
I think it was over some dice. We got to talking, and I told him we were new in town. He needed some bodies. I told him, some of our exploits, and he was like, "Well, why don't you guys, would you have any interest in providing protection for this exhibit that they're doing?" And I'm like,
so you spilled our dearest secrets to a stranger. Okay.
Well, he was winning, and I was trying to get my money back, so...
Yeah, but you probably have enough weapons to get your money back. Okay, so, do you trust him?
Of course not.
Enough to tell him all of our secrets.
We don't have any secrets. We've been spending gold in order to have this big renown score, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are those seers of Mount whatever about? What's their deal?
Hey Jolly, just so you know, I'll be staying close, but I'm gonna start surveying the people around and just sort of do what we're here to do, which is, be a bodyguard.
No problem. So, people just tend to be walking around, not doing too much. There's people shopping in the background, and there's some activities taking place here. Normal buying and selling of a normal desert city, whatever that may be. So I'm just looking for an image of the person who you got your deal from.
Are the passers-by somehow reacting to those people with the exhibition? Are they interested, or are they simply ignoring them?
There seems to be some people milling about the central stage, and overall, this seems to be relatively, a normal day. They're just getting ready to start the show, I guess. So the character that you're looking for. Let's see. He's kind of a strange character, but he has a weird like helmet, which is currently open, but he's cloaked in very dark, very black looking robes. He's relatively short and squat, but he has that mean look to him.
Cool helm.
And he's over by the main stage, and he's just puttering about, and he's actually he's over looking at you guys, or looking around, and everything seems to be going quite normally so far. So
I'm still a little foggy on the actual particulars of this job, so seeing him in front of the stage, I'd probably walk over to him and simply ask, what exactly is it you need me and my team to do for you today?
Good. Yes, you probably, in case you're kind of forgetting my name here, I will put it, because I find it hard to...
It's cultist.
No,
Yeah, actually, I find it hard to pronounce myself. I call myself Bob.
Well,
my name is Nemeth Iran, and I'm the lead priest of the Seers of the Dark Ones. And we came here because we heard of a portal being opened, and we believe it's a sign, and we bring this exhibition to show people the truth. And you, sir, you're going to make sure that we have this opportunity to show people.
Are you expecting any trouble?
yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
You're asking that the guy with the skull helmet.
In other words, he wants us to hold off the actual police that he did not have permission to be here to do this. That's what it sounds like to me. Or the city guard.
Hey, a job's a job, right?
Not at that pay level.
What I want you to do is to ensure that nothing interrupts our show. That's what I'm asking.
And again, it's all a little fuzzy from the other night, but refresh my memory. What's the pay for this?
It's 5 gold now, or after this, and if it goes in bonuses for of 2 gold each after, depending on how well everything goes.
I kind of look around, assuming that there's no outright threats. Okay, I think we can handle that. What, is it possible to take a peek at the behind the curtain there?
Child, we will reveal all. It was one of these things that we want to make sure that we don't ruin the look, and we don't want to draw any extra attention. We'll wait till the time is right before we do this, before we show anyone. But I assure you, it is the dried remains of the blessed Dark Ones.
Love the fact that he used the word blessed with them to describe them. Makes them feel so cozy and welcome.
So, to pass the time, I'm going to tell stories to travelers.
All right. Any particular stories you want to tell?
I tell them all about the wonders of Mitra the Mighty.
The true ones.
I'm going to get you to make a society difficulty 1 roll.
There you go.
All right. So you get 2 momentum. You can tell. Oh, I just got some massive feedback. You can tell that people seem kind of blasé about everything. They don't really care about Mitra that much. They don't really care about the exhibition, but they do. They just seem to be very what was it, atheist, I guess you can say, or agnostic. I think that's the right term.
I find a smart one and argue with him about his atheism or his agnosticism.
You find a smart one?
Well, as smart as I can.
Alright. Well, you find...
I'm trying to generate interest in what these guys are doing so I can pump them for money.
You're trying... Okay, explain that to me again. What is it you're trying to do?
I'm trying to generate interest in what these foreign priests have come here are doing in order to pump the foreign priests for money when their shows a success.
Oh, okay.
He's acting as a barker.
Exactly. Perfect.
Gotcha. When you do that, you catch the... Do you want to spend the momentum?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spin it on making on getting as many people engaged in what I'm telling out loud as possible.
Okay, spend 2 of the momentum?
Absolutely.
Alright. You actually get quite a crowd of people to show up, and there's a lot of people paying attention. They're actually not even really paying attention to the stage anymore. And when they do that, you can see some people getting some interest, and they're like, so tell us what's so great about Mitra anyway? Like, why are you here telling us about this, making a scene here?
Well, I tell them that the gods are real and they're important and they should pay attention and blah, blah, blah.
And when you do that, you see a person here. Let me bring it up. Of course, it's the last one. You see a lady kind of to the side of the crowd, and make it a better size here. And she's a fairly attractive lady. She's carrying pretty much dressed the way she is, and she has like a staff and stuff. You know, for women in this area, this person obviously doesn't look like a local. And she kind of scoffs at what you have to say.
Well, she certainly shouldn't do that. I focus my attention on her because, well, she's hot, so why not?
She's dressed to impress.
I'm very impressed.
So she catches your attention. And
Yeah, she passed her persuade check immediately.
so she kind of scoffs at what you got to say and kind of shakes her head and kind of backs off and gets away from the crowd of people that are gathering in the market square.
That bitch.
How quickly it changes.
So during this whole time, you're starting to see more of the members of the Seers of the Dark Ones. More, I guess, the lower ranking members, I guess. They're starting to fan out amongst the crowd, and they're slowly starting to gather people up to the center stage.
And you described that there's still something going on backstage, or there's some veiled thing on the stage, yes?
That's right. On the stage itself, there's like a large box, I guess, roughly 8 feet tall, probably 8 feet wide, several feet thick, and it's all covered by a large blanket. What's everyone gonna do?
The seers are dressed in a very peculiar fashion, I think.
Yeah, they're all dressed in like standard cultish robes, nothing too extravagant. They're all kind of dark robes, very similar to the style of Nemeth.
Mm-hmm. But not with the kind of helmet, I think.
Yes, that's right. That's kind of different.
Okay. So they are wearing robes from cults or so. Well, you know what? I'd actually like to sneak up backstage and have a closer look at what's going on.
That's the Alric that I know.
There we go.
If you
Okay.
get caught, you tell them you're just checking the inside for security reasons.
This is exactly what I've been waiting on.
I saw some movement there, which is pretty accurate.
Okay, so are you going to do this casually, or are you going to try to sneak up and do it?
Oh, sneaky.
Okay, it is a, let me see, what skill would be best for that?
Observation.
Big giant nuclear bomb they're about to set off.
Should be stealth if I'm
No, I'm going to say it's thievery.
Thievery, okay. Not a problem. Which difficulty?
We knew.
Difficulty 2.
All right.
This is going to be, I got to make a observation, so this is going to be a struggle between Nemeth and you.
All right, that's not a problem. So, you know what? Take 2 doom so that I get 2 additional dice.
Okay.
Yeah, take 2 doom.
Yeah, why not? Let's see how that turns out. So, thievery. Let's sneak up on that. Well.
All right. So his sense is, he's got +1 for senses. And he is just going to, this is a nemesis character, so which means he gets to roll he gets to roll 2 dice. And he actually gets a complication.
Sucker!
It's probably the helmet, you know. it's all for the looks, but not for practicality.
So I'm going to lose 2 doom off the get-go, and you actually get up. So I got 0 successes, which means you have 2 momentum.
Very good. Could I spend those for something useful in this case?
Sure. Yeah, you can get if you spend both the momentum, you can get a really good look at what's underneath.
Oh yeah, of course, I do that.
Okay. You kind of sneak up to Actually, you tell me how you sneak up to it, and I'll tell you what you see.
Okay, it's of course it's thievery. That means I'm walking in the crowd, um, trying to look like a typical passerby. Get a little bit closer to one of those acolytes. Get some of his attire from another one, even another piece. So in the end, I actually have some kind of robe or so that it doesn't actually fit the whole outfit of the seers. Is not a problem because then I sneak back to the backstage like everyone else of those seers. I'm walking there, chanting some weird stuff, mumbling to myself or whatever they are doing. And then, well, all of a sudden, this kind of robe simply disappears, drops down to the floor, because now I'm really sneaking under this kind of box and the cover, and have a good look at that.
All right. So you, if I knew you were doing all that, I would have made the difficulty a lot higher. But what you've done when you get to the covered crate and you look underneath, I need you to make an immediate fear 2 check, please.
Ooh, okay.
Is he within close distance of me?
See, and you even spent your momentum just so you could scare yourself.
No, he is not. He's right up against the stage, and you're kind of back in the crowds.
Okay, so that's discipline roll, difficulty 2.
You like how he worded that? Yeah, spend the 2 momentum and I'll let you get a really good look.
You know what? That's not a problem. So take another doom, 1 point only, but not 2.
Right.
And I make my discipline roll. Let's see what I can get from that one. And I can actually courageous gives me a reroll, but how many dice? Only a single die.
No, it does all of them, right?
A single die.
I don't think so. I think it lets you do them all.
In the description.
No, it's a single. It's a 1.
A single die. So I reroll one die and hope for double success. Well, what could go wrong? So getting that, rerolling 1 die on discipline. Come on. Yeah. So that's no success.
All right. Let's see here.
Sorry about your luck.
Oh no, I'm just getting started.
What's your focus?
I have focus of 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if you look
just single dice. If you had more focus, you'd get more.
If you looked at his discipline, you can see as it is target number 9 and focus 1.
Yeah.
I'm not the most disciplined guy.
Okay, so here we go. So right off the get-go, you see directly in front of you 2 large, dry, desiccated corpses, and they look outwardly, they look unnatural. So much, in fact, it was terribly cold, and a feeling of insanity just overwashes you. And you suffer, and I will roll the dice.
Here's Call of Cthulhu.
Holy Jesus.
Runs off screaming.
So you suffer 7 damage plus the 2 of fear, so that's 9, if I believe that correct? 9
Well,
damage.
does he get to take advantage of my inspiring leader?
Yeah, I also have inspiring leader.
I will say yes.
So what does that give me?
That would give you, since we're probably not in the same zone.
That's correct.
We're not in close range of each other, but as long as you can still see me and I'm right out in front of the stage.
Well, actually, no, because he's underneath the cloak. He's underneath the robes and stuff here now, the sheets.
So okay.
He kind of crawled up, so if that's the case, then I'm going to say no, it doesn't.
Well, it's see or hear, although we're not really doing anything. So it's.
Yeah, you are. You're talking to the leader.
Yeah, I'm actually preaching to the crowd.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And Jolly,
we'll go for it.
Jolly, I have the
Yep.
Go
So you
ahead.
get 2 combat dice of morale sip.
Jolly, I'm also preaching to the crowd, and I have inspiring leader. Can you hear me?
Yes, he can. Yep.
Okay, that's two moral soak dice, because I get 2 moral soak dice on top of that from my assassin ability, and a +1 bonus from my courageous. So that's
Okay.
4 dice plus 1. So let's see if I can reduce that mental damage a little bit. 4 dice plus 1. So that gets reduced by, in total, 4 points. How much did I get?
9 total.
So that's still a trauma.
So did he roll 2 for my inspiring leadership also, or just his
Is
own?
it-
Yes.
do
That
they
was
stack?
including 2.
If 2 people have inspiring leadership, do they stack or do they not?
No,
I
only
don't
the
think it
strongest
says.
attack.
Yeah,
I think it's just one. Yeah.
So that's 1 trauma.
But I will tell you this, Frank. Underneath these robes, you see 2 of these things. They're obviously dead, but you are freezingly cold. And they... You know, it's a terrifying sight, but they're kind of propped up against the... inside these racks. And they kind of have their hands outstretched out in front of them with palms facing up. And the expression on their face kind of looks like they are, their mouth is open as if they're saying something. That's what it looks like. But they're totally dried and they're totally desiccated. But it is freezing cold underneath these
Can
curtains.
you let him know? I mean, obviously we wouldn't know, but his character would know if they look similar to the ones we fought in the swamp. Or are they even the right size, the right height, right dimensions?
They're roughly the same height and shape.
Wait, which characters have we fought in the swamps? Which
Black ones, dark ones, whatever they're called. These supposedly what these mummified things are.
was I there for that?
Oh yeah, you were there. Remember they almost drowned you in the pool?
They had the whistle or the flute. Or
Oh, those bastards. Okay, I don't like those guys.
Yeah, well, it's freezing cold. It's a chilling experience. So I try to sneak back out of the this kind of cover above them, and try to somehow get my information to Septimus. He needs to decide something, because I actually, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
He just wants to get close to the guy with the courageous ability.
Yeah, no,
Scared.
The leadership abilities.
It's actually too late for that. I probably need some mental kind of healing, but we don't have the time for that right now.
Well, we should probably treat that as soon as we can.
Yeah.
So I would suggest you go talk to Gaius.
Yeah. Can I manage to get out of that somehow unseen?
Yeah, I can say you can get it in and out, no problem.
Okay, then first report to Septimus. So that's a fine mess you got us into.
What do you mean?
They have the dark ones, black ones, the killing ones, whatever ones, under this cover here. See, my hands are shaking. No, the other hand.
Wait, are they alive?
I don't want to find out.
And I can probably physically see that you're shaken by this,
Oh,
and so
he
I
is
would say,
pale. Absolutely.
yeah, I would say go tell this to Gaius, and then I would go round up Ryuji and Anaxis and share that information with them.
Okay,
you're like, go talk to your mother.
I walk over to Gaius. Gaius, I need a hug.
I give Alric a hug, and I show him the love of Mitra in my heart. And
They have black ones there, evil black ones. They want to eat me.
I tell him comforting lies about how they're really dead after all.
Yes, lie to me.
Yes, lie. I love it how you lie.
But well, he can recover. He can recover to resolve on his own. But does he have a trauma?
He has a trauma. Yep.
Okay, so you want me, Alric? You want to make a counsel check to try and recover your trauma?
Oh yes, please.
Okay, I'm doing that.
All right.
And the whole audience is listening
Nice
to you.
done.
No,
how great Mitra is and washes away his sins.
I whisper into his ears and I lay hands on him and I got 3 successes.
Wow.
Okay, so you managed to temporarily recover the trauma.
Yeah, they're treated and not healed.
Treated.
You even bank some for later.
Yes, that's my gift to you.
Thank you very much. He only said a few words, and I can walk again. I walked around the crowd.
And I announced to the crowd, he's healed.
he can now skip away.
How close am I to this?
I tell them that where they can donate money.
Because I definitely want to go hallelujah the background, do it. The plant, hallelujah.
Mitra saves.
Okay, so as you guys are laying hands and helping Elric get his wits on him,
that was so wrong, even in context.
Laying healing hands. Hey, that's a spell for paladins in Dungeons and Dragons.
It was so right. It was right. We did right. We did
you
good.
You didn't say lay healing hands. You said lay hands.
I don't feel ashamed about anything. What happens in Iranistan stays in Iranistan.
And he worships a spider god, and Mitra still loves him.
Yes.
Oh my.
We just moved from laying hands to laying pipe, I think.
Goodness gracious.
Where'd that girl go?
The show starts.
Just real quick, very, very curious. Do all of us pray to a different god? For example, my guy prays to Bor.
I have no idea. If there's a god of fighting, that's probably the one I'd pray to.
And it doesn't work, and now it's not quite like that. Where are you from?
Aquilonia. And before that, my family's from Hyboria a long time ago.
So probably Mitra or Bori. So if it was Bori, that would be with Septimus. If it was Mitra, it'd be with me.
How about you, Anaxis? Do you know who your god is?
Whatever god doesn't have taboos against relationship with cabin boys.
Oh my goodness!
I imagine something Greek. Aren't they like? Is there a fake Greek pantheon for the?
It's either Mitra or Ishtar, and Bori are usually the ones in and around that area.
Oh wow!
Okay, the music just kicked in, and I'm having a hard time hearing it. Wow.
Turn it off.
Yeah, all your gods are much stronger than my god. My god is actually very weak and needs protection from all of you.
So, while this is going on, you guys are discussing this. Ruju, you see, walking in through the main courtyard, through the gates, because it's a gated courtyard, you see the individual that you ran into, and you kind of shudder when you see him, and it is your nemesis, the one guy that you dealt with before, and it's been a complete game of one-upmanship. And you see him walking through the gate. I'm going to share a picture.
I'm going to give a signal to my various teammates, and then focus him out or call him out. In other words, to where they can see him. In other words, not call him out to him, but to them. In other words, I give a nod and point in his direction with my, one of my figures slightly so they can see him as he walks in. Oh man, he even looks intimidating. But I got the calcified broadsword.
Hey, I'm just making sure, Jolly, that you know, at least on my end, stuff. Do you have like smaller res pictures this time around?
I think so.
Because my stuff is like pretty pixelated. This and generally you have these big.
That's because these particular pictures are actually very small, so I can make.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. Just as long as make sure that we're on.
Yeah, you can just
probably
resize it.
The heat that's getting to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the pictures because he just showed us other pictures that were perfect clarity.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's obviously these are just little small.
I'm not stressing about it nor talking smack. I'm just checking in here.
Okay, so everybody knows that I pointed the guy out, right?
Yes.
This is the guy you had your little tussle with while you were corralled.
Yeah, watch out for him. I hate to admit it, but he is actually good. Otherwise, he wouldn't be my nemesis. If I had
By the way,
he's on par with me.
Ryuku, what is your archetype?
What's my what?
Archetype?
My archetype? Oh, give me a second. Jesus, fire. Now you're trying to make me go back and pull up some old history. Let's see.
You two guys go way back, yes?
Well, I don't know how he wants to put that. Archetype is champion.
Okay.
So he was your champion and you were his champion, yes?
Oh, is that how that works? No.
I
This is not the
think
love
so.
story or Cinderella.
Yeah, it's a tragic one, I think.
So he
My
kind
guess is he was a competitor trying to get into the Black Dragons, and he's probably the one I had to fight to get into the Black Dragons, and he's still sore about me besting him. If I had to throw my 2 cents in on who he is.
So he kind of walks in and he sees you in the crowd. It's almost like he knew you were there. Probably, obviously, he's one of these characters that in the past that he's always very calculated, and he's always just getting in your face and being very annoying and trying to get underneath your skin. So he sees you as he walks in and as through the gate, and he nods at you and kind of just mingles in with the crowd, and he actually starts listening to Gaius, with his preaching words.
I give him a nod back of respect, and just keep an eye out on him in case he tries pulling something funny.
All right, gather around. You hear the voice of Nemeth over by the stage. It is time to begin. Our preparations have been made. Come in. Gather around and let us show you the goodness of our great gods, who has gifted upon us great knowledge and understanding. Come in. And he's waving and he's nodding. He's bringing the crowds in, and people are starting to gather around the stage. I'm going to bring up a map.
A map with zones.
A map with zones.
I would like
Why
maps.
would you ever need a map with zones?
Now, it doesn't necessarily have to mean combat. Goodness gracious, guys. Come on.
When does it not?
It might be right now.
It's for my convenience sake of how the crowd will flow.
Well, I might start a fight. You know how I
I have
am
a
with
funny feeling Jolly's just wants to try out mob rules in this game.
No, I've already done that. I want to try the
Yes.
death of a character rules.
Yeah, we can quite crush a mob. That's not too bad.
Yeah, we had a certain history with marketplaces too. So yeah.
No, what you're trying to say is y'all are notorious.
Well, we have renown for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're also on that no fly list when you go back to that town with that marketplace.
You know, you don't get renowned without breaking some eggs or heads or whatever.
Yeah. I made a few omelets in that last marketplace.
Ooh, I like this map. This is cool.
All right, so
That is a good map.
I am going to put onto I'm going to draw a circle on the map, and this is the stage right here. That box is the stage where everybody is. And I'm going to put...
So I'm assuming the map's not 100% accurate. It's not that high raised up where nobody can see it, is it?
No, it's just considered... I just got it as a raised platform, that's all. Roughly 3 or 4 feet tall, like from the ground.
Okay. So in other words, somebody could easily get up on top of the stage if we were in combat. This is not a freaking man-sized barrier.
No, that's correct. All right, so I got to go to here.
Is there any place on the map that would be appropriate for an access to go to as far as a sniper's perch?
Thank you. That's my next question. I was waiting for.
Maybe the other turret to the right.
Can we
maybe
click?
that's a bit
Can we
higher.
click? Can we click and ping on this map like you can in?
You can draw a circle on the map if you want.
How?
Right click on the map.
Yeah.
And it brings up like a menu, and there's one there that looks like a pointer.
Draw circle. What about there, guys? Is that what other people are thinking of?
Yeah.
Is this another wall? Is there a wall?
I was about to say, it looks like
there is a wall
in
there,
between.
yep.
Well, and the only problem is that's also 4 zones away, so you might
Why
want
don't
to
you
be...
put yourself up on one of those rooftops on either side, up north or south of us?
Yeah, the north looks quite good, like a kind of city wall or
Like a perch wall, yeah. Go up on one of those.
I don't know where you guys.
Shoot. Here, I'm gonna move his junk guy.
Yeah, drop a token, then we can slide me around. We're agreed that I should post up somewhere, right? It's just a matter of figuring out where, right?
All right, so I'll drag everyone's characters.
You know, I was thinking like somewhere up in here, or over here, or even up on the wall here, or up over here. You know, you see where I've been dragging you?
Yeah.
Or the same on the opposite side, either way. Whichever way the majority of the crowd is. If the majority of the crowd is right around in this area, then I'd be up in one of these, so you get a better advantage shots.
Now, so what's going on over here? That's where Alric is, right?
I just put everybody on the map, so you can put everybody onto the map where you want to be.
I think you're missing somebody. Me.
Oh, Ruju. Oh, you're right. Gotta have you. There you go.
Ruji's missing. He went AWOL.
Ruji!
I think down there where the barrels are, I could actually get a good position there without anyone.
Which is the access side to the stage? This side or both sides or one
both
side
sides,
or the other?
Both sides.
All right, which side has the majority of the crowd?
The majority of the crowd are all in the front 3 zones. So I'll just draw a line through it. Pretty much, majority of the crowd are all standing around here, and on the sides as well.
Okay, then I'll take one of the sides. I guess Septimus, you want to take one of the other side, the other side?
Yeah, I got left side. You take the south side. I'll take the north side, and then we've got Anoxus up high. Alric, you should be in the shadow somewhere. Gaius,
I'm gonna stand right there.
are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, the worst that can happen is I can die.
He likes to hug on those black ones.
All right, man.
All right,
I have a funny feeling they're doing a setup, man, and the mobs are victims.
Well, my intention, like my metagaming intention, is to provide like basically morale soak for the crowd.
Good idea.
This is very thoughtful of you.
It's probably worth money in the future if I want to be a charlatan and waste to get stuck here.
You consider a charlatan being a kind of step upward in your career?
Well, if they trust me, then they'll give me money, and need money.
Okay.
But I had a crisis of faith since, like, my voice and the words of Mitra didn't work on these things we fought last time.
So you lost your voice.
No, it's still there. It just didn't work on these dudes, and so now I'm kind of shaken by that.
So you lost your faith.
Little crisis of conscience there. Crisis of.
My character Gaius believes that when he says the words of Mitra, this has like a physical effect on these people, and it usually does, and this time it didn't. And so that's kind of like what. Yes, he's fully irrational. It's okay.
Yeah, well, we get you fixed in no time. Ooh,
I am missing one cultist. Where is he to? There he is. So these other characters on the map are the ones that are the cultists. And they're kind of milling in amongst a group of people. And I want you to imagine that there's crowds of people everywhere in the alleyway and in the marketplace here. And so I don't want you to think that everything is wide open. This place is packed full of people.
So movement is probably quite hindered.
Yeah, it sounds like a D1 movement.
Yep, it's going to be to align a sight to any zone for ranged is going to be an additional D1, and movement is the same way. To move out of the zone is going to be a D1 as well. Moving inside of a zone, I'm not going to worry too much about.
See, with all the cultists, I should have a bow with volley. Just boop, boop, boop down the line.
Come in, come on, everyone, come on in. Stand around here as we show you our great and wonderful gift from our gods. Come in. Get closer, everyone. You see everyone starting to pile in now, and the people in the robes are ushering people in, and they're moving people up directly in front of the stage, right? I will just put, let me see, what can I do? I'm going to put a couple of tokens here. And for the sake of what it is, I'm going to use these tokens here. These phoenixes represent people.
Mitra surrounds me.
And they're all crowded right up against the stage.
Just so you know, I have my sword and shield out. I'm just not in an attack pose. You know what I mean? But they are already been drawn.
Oh, that's no problem.
That's what a guard does.
They go around fully armed and bearing weapons? Is that what the police do? They go
Absolutely. Threaten the shit out of the public to keep their distance.
That's how the cops I know are. They walk around with a pistol in their hand. It's cool.
You know, what do the Phoenix tokens represent? The mob?
People. Just
people. Yeah, they're people. They're people that are pressed right up against the stage.
I love the fact that we are outnumbered by cultists instead of the audience.
So the wind, you notice, is starting to pick up, and it's getting windier.
You did get paid the 5 gold first, right?
No.
I have a funny feeling we're not going to get paid after this.
You get paid your 5 gold once the exhibition is over, and depending on how well it went, you'll get additional gold.
Yeah, that's all lie. We're not going to get shit.
I was drunk, guys, and I didn't know what I was negotiating.
So, Come in, come in, come in. So everyone's starting to come in and starting to mill about here now. And you see a couple of some extra. I'm not gonna call them cultists, but they're extra helpers, and they're pretty much just beings. And there's one back here. They're all part of the same group, though. One back there. And there's one there.
Hey, where did my nemesis? Oh, there he is.
So these are people that are in. They're helping out the group itself. And the show is about to begin, or our message is about to begin. So they wave everybody in.
Hey, have y'all noticed how the helpers are standing by the gates? Shut them.
This is getting bad. I'm sorry, I'm a paranoid person by nature.
Well, at least we're amongst foreigners, and so it's not a big loss.
As people are coming in, you can see now that this market square is getting extremely blocked, and these helpers, they start getting to the doors, and they start like saying, "There's no more room. There's no more room. Please, stay outside." And they actually start to close the gates.
Which gates? The portcullises?
The portcullises, yeah.
Portcullises. I never pronounced that one right.
From the inside or from the outside?
They swing both ways. Get it? See what I did there? So they just close the gates. They shut the gates, and they swing. They go up and down. So they shut them down. They were closed.
Do they stay on the inside, or do they keep to the outside?
Oh, they're all on the inside. Everybody's all on the inside.
We're all in it together.
Okay, so I'm going to go around, and I'm going to ask each of you, Anaxis, what are you doing right now?
How well hidden am I? I was hoping to kind of get like a little thing where people couldn't see me that well.
Well, if you're up on top of the thing, you make a lot of people around. There's a heck of a lot of people. So to be is a D2, not to be noticed, and it'd be stealth for you. Yep.
Do we have a pit yet?
There's 2 in the pool. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was used.
You might not want to burn the only momentum we have immediately for just hiding.
Well, I didn't use. Who used my momentum?
There's two that have not been used.
Is it still okay? No, we'll go ahead. There's 2 in the pool.
I have no stealth, but we'll just see here. I'll just.
Oh, take the momentum.
Why worry about being hidden? You're up high. You afraid the mob's gonna turn around and all shoot at you or something?
How about I take 1, guys? Maybe put some back? No, but I have no focus. I have no focus and stealth.
Then I wouldn't be rolling.
Just stand up there. You're back there. What the hell's on a hide?
The guards, man.
All right.
Everyone understands when you're so afraid and shaken up there that you don't want your friends to see you. It's okay to cry.
You actually want to be seen. It's a deterrent.
Okay. I guess the question is, I'm wondering about okay, we can do this narratively. I'm smart enough to gauge what effect readying my bow, as long as I'm not pointing it at anybody, would have on this.
Okay, so you're getting your bow ready.
No, I want to gauge. Does anybody else have any weapons out?
Yes, have your bow ready.
On my bow's at the ready.
Yeah, you have it ready. You're just not pointing it. You just hold it down.
Yeah.
It's like me having a sword drawn, but not swinging it at people.
Is this a place where I would need to? So I'm looking at my marksman, which perform range attack with precision. You may spend a minor action before attempting a range attack.
Yep.
It's a very similar mechanic to the attack of opportunity thing.
Well, that means you're taking kind of an aim action with a minor action.
Yeah, it's like aiming.
Yeah.
And is it possible to do both of those in the same?
Well, you have, every round you have a standard action and a minor action. So if you don't use the minor action to move, you can use it to aim.
Right, but I'm just saying there's also a way that I can get an action with the Doom, right?
That's a swift action, or you can spend
Right.
fortune.
So would it be possible with the Doom spend to use a marksman and attack of opportunity if I want, not necessarily now, but I'm just trying to figure this out for. I'll only have to ask this once, and then I'll know if it's something I can do.
There's no such thing as an attack of opportunity. I don't know what you're meaning.
Come on, let's
exploit.
keep going, guys.
Exploit.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
An exploit.
Holy shit! Let's actually play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
All right. I just don't know if I need to do any action
No,
to
you don't.
prepare.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you. All right, Gaius, what are you doing at this exact moment?
I'm preaching to the crowd as long to the extent they'll actually pay attention to.
All right, so they're kind of paying less attention to you right now, but you still got a group of people pretty much all around you, right? But they seem to be more focused on the stage.
Yeah, keep our cannon fodder ready, please.
Ruju, what are you doing, sir?
If you notice, I shifted slightly to get a better position in case this goes bad. And I'm keeping an eye on the crowd immediately around this area, especially the ones that are not actively looking at the exhibition, because those are the ones I'm going to be more suspicious of. If they seem to be watching either the crowd or other things, that's what I'm looking for. People that are intent on the exhibition are probably there for the right reason. It's the ones that aren't paying attention to the exhibition. Those are the ones I'm trying to keep an eye on to see if I can get an early warning of shit going down.
All right.
I don't like being pinned in.
No problem. Alric, what are you doing?
I'm actually trying to very, very unnoticedly sneak up on this Black Seer cultist A7. So positioning myself unseen behind those crates or whatever, so that that he's away about one dagger length from me.
Okay, no problem. Great. And last, Septimus. He's now a captain from the looks of it.
The fortune point icons, those are the regular people.
The fortune.
They're just like the
diamonds there. Yep.
Those are like civilian.
Yes, that's right. I just wanted to use those specifically to show that there's a bunch of people directly around the stage, all packed up.
Gotcha. So, I am. I'm trying to split my attention between the Black Seer B group to the north.
Okay.
The Jaka the rival that Ryuji pointed out to me, just trying to keep an eye on him to see if he moves in the crowd. And also, based on what Alric told me, keeping an eye on the stage and my friend Gaius. Colonel Gaius.
So as you're doing this, the leader, the guy who's doing the exposition with the strange helmet, he starts talking about the greatness of the past and before the great ending, the great apocalypse. The gods roamed freely on this earth, and they blessed many individuals with great powers, and everybody lived in a great peace. And as this is happening, you notice over the city walls, off in the distance, it seems like clouds of wind and dirt are starting to blow in. It's very common to be in this dry atmosphere. A dust storm seems to be kind of rolling in.
If you have never seen a dust storm, it's crazier than hell. So, like the ones that I've seen, there's just like a damn wall of sand coming towards you.
Okay. Septimus, I'm going to get you to make a observation. I actually got to make you make a roll. It's going to be a struggle.
Okay.
Let's see. And I'm going to make that roll now. It's just going to be 2 dice. Okay, you go ahead and make your roll. I got 0 successes.
You said observation, correct?
Yep. So you actually see, so you get a momentum of 1. Or would that be a momentum of 2 if I got 0 successes for a struggle?
Actually, it depends on what my difficulty would be.
Sorry, it's D1 as well.
Probably a D1,
yeah.
so there's no. But I did get a success.
Yeah. Okay. You see the individual that Gaius saw earlier while he was preaching, and is that girl back here?
Okay.
My girlfriend.
She's a distraction.
And it's working.
And she kind of walks out, and you can see her speaking. Is there? You had so you see her there. I'm going to spend a doom because I am going to go first.
But of course you are.
I'm going to go
Dude, all
first.
you're doing, make it super, super obvious whatever she's doing, so we can all see it. We all want to see her.
We feel doomed.
Do I have time to give a sharp whistle to Gaius to point her out?
Yeah, you can. I'll allow that. You just see her in the background, and she starts, I can't believe that you are doing this. You need to stop this now. She yells out across the crowd, and everyone kind of ignores her. Gaius kind of still got everybody's attention. The guy up on the stage, he kind of just, he looks at her and starts looking at her, right? But she's kind of yelling out and crying out, saying to stop this madness right now.
Yeah, so like I said, I'd give a sharp whistle to Gaius at least to make sure that he sees or is aware.
I hear Septimus's whistle, and I take a look at her and I wink at her.
You fools! I will not allow you to invoke upon this world this. She's kind of losing her mind. She's kind of very upset and very distraught, and she starts to move up a little bit closer. And you notice that Jacal is actually just kind of moving in a little bit closer too.
She's probably the only one that knows what the hell's going on and in the right. We're probably the ones all being led astray and screwed up wrong.
Yeah, she seems hysterical, so you need to slap her so that she gets back to me.
No, just go lay your hands all over her. Laying hands.
She can lead me to the truth. It's all right.
So, as she's getting a little bit closer here now, she's yelling at the guy at the stage, and Nemeth, he kind of turns around and says, "Silence! Silence! Let us begin. I offer to you and I show you proof of the existence of our great ones." And he pulls back the curtains, and everybody sees these great beings, these desiccated corpses that are on the stage here. And I'm going to get Gaius.
Okay.
He's not. He's doing the Raiders of the Lost Ark thing, man. He's not looking.
No, hell, I'll look.
I'm going to get you to make a Fear 2 check, please.
Oh, well, I tried to help you, bro.
I can't be helped.
He's like, man, I got to see what it's all about.
Okay,
Just a quick peek.
do we have any momentum?
There's 2 momentum in the pool.
Okay, I'm going to spend both momentum.
Okay.
So easy come, easy go, man. We're about to get in a fight and he's blowing it all on the fear check.
It will come back.
So you actually don't get affected by the great horrors that you see in front of yourself, and you actually get yourself a momentum.
So I'm gonna bank the momentum, and what I'm doing is I'm laughing in a big booming laugh at their obviously fake gods, and trying to bolster the crowd and my comrade.
Okay. Thank
So
you,
Gaius
guys.
is hysterical too. Very well.
All right, so I'm going to go right now to Riju. What are you doing?
I'm still watching the crowds, especially the ones that look like they're not quite there to see the exhibition.
Well, they all seem to be there to watch the exhibition, and the cultists that are helping out the leader, he is they're kind of just mingling in amongst the groups.
Okay. Well, if everybody's still maintaining their calm and they're not freaking, going nuts trying to burn down a place, I'm fine. I'll just keep myself ready to act in case I see what looks like a hostile action, or daggers or pitchforks being drawn out.
Okay.
So you're waiting.
Yeah.
All right, and Axis, what are you going to do?
I think I'm just gonna hold tough.
Yep. Waiting. We're all
Alright.
waiting.
And last but not least, Septimus.
I would probably move towards the woman to keep her as far from the stage as possible.
He's gonna protect her.
Leave my girlfriend alone.
Your girlfriend's talking smack over here. We need to keep
That's
her down.
how I like
And Jakal is going to move up, and I am going to move that to 1.
Stab her in the back. What?
And the momentum goes down to 0. Alright, new round. Start to think you gotta think tactical.
Did the cultists do anything?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, they did. They start to press closer and closer to the stage now.
Are they pushing the crowd too, or are they just moving themselves?
They are kind of pushing people up closer and closer to the stage.
Like
and
they're hemming them in for some reason. I'm gonna
Reason.
tell this cultist back up. You're too close.
So, you know what? In the moment, this Black Seer cultist, A7, right before me,
okay.
does a thing. I'll kill him.
You're just gonna
right off the bat.
What?
Good.
At least make it sneaky where nobody sees him drop.
Yeah, of course I make it sneaky,
And then you just pull him into the shadows or something.
Yeah, I'm standing behind him. As soon as he starts to move, I remove some of his internal organs without him noticing.
All right then. Well,
Silent kill.
I'm gonna say.
Leave it to Frank to start the fracas.
What?
Yeah, we're here to keep the peace, and he's just
like killing his employees. Technically, your co-workers. Okay.
They made me frightened.
Never a dull moment with Alric.
All right, Alaric. So you are going to make a. I'm going to get you to make a stealth check. Because of the crowds of people that are there and all the attention, it's going to be a D0 just to get your stealth check to get into position.
Okay.
Hey, Jolly, you know, for the future, the way to get, you know, your players involved by killing innocent people, all you gotta do is just give their names to cultists.
Yeah, really.
Innocent. Whoever is innocent.
In Conan, there's cultists everywhere. Like everybody's a cultist, really.
So it's
Mitra's not a cult.
I'm rolling that, and
Good roll.
yeah, and I actually get 1 momentum on top of that, so that's 4 momentum in total.
Okay.
Should I put them right into the momentum pool?
Well, that was your stealth to get up. So, did you want to do your swift action now to attack or anything, or?
I would actually yeah. Why would it be a swift action? I was standing behind him, unnoticed.
He's just gonna basically grab him and pull him back into the shadows and kill him at the same time.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that was my intention.
Okay, well then go ahead.
We hope.
Yep.
Okay, then I will gladly put momentum into this attack.
Yeah, because he's not going to defend, obviously.
Okay, I put two of those momentum into the attack, and still have 2 left, so I put the other 2 in the momentum pool. So let's see if I can get him good. So that's, where's my character sheet? There. Let's kill him a little bit. Of course, using my dagger, that's a stealth roll for me. And that's 6 successes.
Nice.
Good roll.
All right. So that's a hit, obviously.
Damn.
Okay, that's now the damage roll. Let's see how that turns out. That one. That's in total 1, 2, 3. 3 points.
Hey, hold up. Why don't you teach him what you taught me during that thing about instead of re-rolling one where he has the choice to use 1 just to get an automatic point of damage or whatever. So it basically get rid of that 4.
I still have. I suppose I still have 5 momentum left. Wait for it. And of course I have some other things going on.
Here she vicious.
Let me check my. Where's the other thing? The assassin talent. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to check. I could spend 2 momentum to count every die in the pool as an effect. The dagger has unforgiving, so he's not aware of this thing going on.
Yep.
So every single effect counts as 2 points of damage and gives me the intense quality. So that's 6 damage intense.
Oh, you kill him.
And I have 5 momentum left.
He's dead. Dead.
Way to stack the momentum pull for us right as we're about to get into a fight. Nice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, the momentum pool is now overflowing, and I'm simply dragging this guy in the middle of the crates so that the others are not aware of that.
That's okay, no problem. So he's gone. You pull him back.
You have to start somewhere, you know.
Okay.
What if these are the good cultists?
You know,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
They have done absolutely nothing wrong. They're just doing their service and they're doing what they're going to do for the show. And Alaric just like cold-bloodedly killed one for no reason.
They're drunk.
The only person here that absolutely deserved it without a question of doubt was Jackal. So, you know, you could have started with him. I would have been perfectly okay with that.
Wait. No reason? Actually, I nearly shat myself, you know. No.
I didn't smell a
They
thing.
made him dirty his pants. That's enough reason for him.
Yeah, what reason do you need?
So the crowds are filling in. Alaric has just done his turn. He has now dispatched one of the cultists. Who wants to go? You got everything in the pool? So who wants to go next?
Oh my god. Oh, I don't even know what we're fighting yet, so I think I'll still hold.
Yeah, me too. I have no idea what the enemy is.
All right, so Ruju, are you going to pass your turn?
No, I'm gonna. Can't we do a what do you call it, a hold action or whatever?
You can do a wait action, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a wait.
And what about who wants to go next?
I want to wait next.
Okay. Okay, guys, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm going to take another look at whatever in the heck it was that tried to scare me and figure out what's going on with it and otherwise wait.
You look at the bodies that are in this thing, and they look very ancient. They're roughly 7 feet, maybe 8 feet tall. They look very similar to the bodies of the black ones that you saw in the pool, but they're not quite the same. There is a terribly radiating cold coming off of them. It seemed to be even with the desert heat and the famine that's happening, you're still getting a sense of dread coming from these from the cloths, right, from the clothes and these corpses that are on the racks.
So I'm going to go ahead and urge the crowd to move away from these objects that the gods are saying to stay away from.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to get you to make a persuade roll, and it's a group of people, it's a large group of people, so...
Well, would it be a command check instead?
Yeah, make it a command check then. I was trying to figure out what would be best for your character, but I'll go with a command.
Okay, well, I mean, like, the best would be persuade, but command, if that's what I'm trying to do, is probably more appropriate. I'll spend a momentum.
Okay, it's a D2, by the way.
I'll spend 2 momentum on that.
Take as much momentum as you want.
Okay.
Can you reroll one?
Maybe. Yeah, I can reroll 1d20.
Okay.
It didn't help. So one success with 1 momentum.
All right. So people kind of hear you, and you're like kind of torn between to move back or not. But they start to try to press back away from the stage, and you actually get them to move a little bit closer to the cultists that are moving towards them. But you made a little bit of a buffer space between the stage and everybody else.
See, now whatever happens is no longer my fault.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll be in just a second.
I'm gonna focus my attention on the cultists.
Okay.
That are closing in on the crowd. Looking for weapons in there.
Okay. Make a observation check, and I gotta see something else. Let's see. A D1, because of the crowds, the people, it's a D2.
Hey, Alec, while he's getting ready to make his roll, I got a suggestion. How about I take my turn to give you 2 more targets of opportunity, getting them to push them back, step back.
You're using Doom. You're not going to use the pull?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see. Yes, I will use momentum. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I was having problems getting the Doom Pit to show up. It's
Wow.
not late.
Do you have sharp senses or so?
Can you pull the Doom Pit out for everybody?
Oh yeah, sure.
I do not.
There, finally. Thank you.
I'm gonna get you to
Still safe.
make a D1 resistance check, please.
Oh shit.
Actually, no, forget it. Take that back. You are going to suffer 2 dice of unsoakable damage as the dust storm starts to blow in over the walls and it starts to close off your. You just kind of got a mouthful of the dust. So we'll roll the dice here, and looks like you take 2 points of vigor damage.
Very good.
All right. So before I go on into the NPCs, does anyone else have anything they want to do?
I'm still waiting.
Now, the waiting action. It says holding another action to perform later.
And when does that dissipate for you? In 1 round, right?
That's right. So once you've, like, I'm trying to figure out, because if I want to go and it's out of sync, I got to pay Doom, right? But I guess you guys can just go ahead now and see what's going to happen. So Alric has went, Septimus has went,
Hey,
Gaius
can you drop
has
the
went.
Doom Pit again? For some reason, I can't find it in your other tokens, and I'm gonna have to remake a link to it. For some reason,
It's found in images. If you click, it's found in images. If you're looking for it.
Images,
I don't
okay.
know if you did something different with it this time, but before it was like way too big and blurry, and now it's perfect. I don't know if you've reset something, but it seems like perfect now.
It remembers the last time, whatever it was that you looked at it, but.
Oh, okay, so that's my fault. Okay, yeah. I fixed it. I made it perfect.
Let's see here now. Riju, you are over in the crowd, and you hear Jaka kind of yell out and say, "Is this what you do for a living? The great Riju is a herder of sheep?" And he's saying this as he's kind of walking around in the crowd here, and he's like, "You have fallen so far, my little friend."
Ooh. Gauntlet thrown.
Yep, that touches one deeply. Yep.
And you wonder why there was a brawl at the bar where we met up.
Okay, so and I knew it. She starts to speak. And let's see. You can hear Septimus. I'm going to get you to roll a observation, and it's a D2 because of the noise of the crowd. And
Not quite.
not quite. All right. So let me bring this up here. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 Doom.
Wow.
Things are going sideways really quick.
Yeah,
Things are not going sideways really quick.
Yeah, Anunit and Nemeth had probably a bad breakup, so you know how that goes on.
All right, guys, come on, let's get this battle going because I can't stay too much longer.
Okay,
I don't
start
want to leave
killing.
right in the middle of a battle.
Start killing someone.
I would like
Okay, so-
provocation first.
Jakar the rival, he is talking shit to Septimus, right?
Yep.
And Nuit is right next to him.
That's right. He was kind of walking past her, and he's like doing the normal, yo, mofo, what have you become? You know, whatever, just talking this, getting all, you know, just yelling out and kind of causing a scene, right?
Alec, you rubbed off on him.
What?
Oh, I thought he just rolled an attack roll or something. All of a sudden, I just see all these shadow dice roll.
For an NPC to use a fortune point, is it for Nemesis? It's how many doom? 4 doom or 5?
Three.
Oh, 3. All right, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. You, at this point, Septimus, you're hearing her whisper words that you've never heard before, and suddenly, from a distance, the very earth buckles and bends, walls are sundered and villages are crushed. Any character within range of the spell must make a challenging D2 resistance check or suffer 1 wound.
Holy
The
cow.
ground in the zone that is directly in this box.
Yeah, well. Oh.
Hold on.
That's a nice small box. Oh,
No, right here, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Starts to
I like how she
shake.
took the crowd out instead of the actual things on the stage she's mad about.
Yeah, she wants to Nemeth to witness what's happening. You know, it's a taunt.
So,
Feels-
resistance 2 checks.
well, okay.
Ooh. Someone kill that witch.
Everybody, right? We're all in the.
No,
range.
in the little red square.
Oh, I
Other than her not caring about innocent people, she seems to be taking out the largest number of cults she can get her hands on real quickly.
All right, so Gaius, he gets 0 resistance. So as the ground shakes and tumbles around you,
Why didn't you use the pull? You had a momentum pull.
Look at my target number.
Oh, is it just awful?
Yeah, it's no.
It's right
beyond-
there for
beyond
everybody.
awful.
It's right there for everybody to see.
Yeah, it's 7 and 0. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
so I need to make a resistance roll as well.
I guess I should be thanking you for not wasting the momentum pool.
That would be appropriate.
Yeah, he now takes a wound for the team.
I've got 4 more. It's okay.
I like that attitude.
You really have a death wish, have you?
I don't use those. They're just useless. They don't affect me actually.
Mitra will protect.
So that's going to be a 0. 4. all but 3 of the cultists that are directly in front of you, Gaius, get swallowed up and fall down and are killed in the sudden.
And I had almost converted them to the love of Mitra.
You know, this kind of wicked sorcery makes a good old-fashioned assassin somehow obsolete. They are killing my job.
And she just wiped out a whole bunch of innocent people too.
Yeah.
I said to stop this.
Are
You
they
will
really
not
innocent?
be allowed. And the ground starts to shake, and the earth is moving underneath your feet, and people are just dropping like flies.
Okay, you know, You know what that means? She's on her period. Okay, you have to deal
I
with
can't believe you said that.
it. What? Why not?
Twitch stream demonetized.
Yeah, that's it.
Say,
It's over.
He's got an 18 older rating, hopefully.
What?
So, that just happened. Everybody everyone kind of just got wiped out in front of like people in the whole works. The next person who's going to interact is Nemeth, and he yells out and he makes a gesture. Now, let us, before it's too late.
Here it comes.
And he does that, and the cultists, as they were moving in, they reach underneath their cloaks, and unfortunately Septimus couldn't see it, but Septimus now realizes that they all had ornamental daggers, and they start knifing all the crowd in the back that's directly behind in front of the stage.
Now I'm ready to take my turn.
All right.
Me too.
I've been waiting for a provocation over here for the longest time.
All right.
Now, when you say start to knife,
I told you we weren't getting our 5 gold.
do we have a chance to shoot anybody before they do? I mean, they can't just do it that fast while us guys who are watching them can't do something.
You ever seen a sewing machine? It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've...
Go ahead and make an action. What do you want to do?
Okay, so how many of these guys are there? All the B3, all the Bs, right? And
You've got 2 viable targets because everybody else is extreme range for you.
Yeah.
So you've got B4 and A2. Those are the only 2 that you can really reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the difficulty too far.
Spend your move to jump from one rooftop to the other rooftop.
I can also shoot for the horizon now.
Oh,
exactly. But what's the range on your weapon?
you have a Shemite bow?
No, he has
That has
Arbalest.
long range.
Still on Arbalest. Yeah.
Okay. So, why am I not seeing this?
Arbalest has medium range.
Medium range. Okay. So.
Right. So that's the next zone. Are you in the same zone as?
I'm having a hard time parsing this map.
Okay, you can shoot a helper at the gate. They're right next to you in the same zone. Or you might be able to get A2, which is in the next zone, and A6, and that's about it. Maybe also, yeah, that's about it. Unless you're gonna shoot it and do it.
Or B4, which is right next to me.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna try this A6 guy. Take a shot at him.
A6? Alright, so before you make any rolls.
South.
Now, before I do that, I want to do marksman. Minor action.
Okay, take the
Before
minor
attempting a
action.
range attack.
Alright, so because of the sandstorm, it's an additional D1 difficulty. Alright? You're shooting into a medium ranged, which is its actual zone, so it's a D2 right now.
Okay.
We have group momentum.
Yep. I'm gonna put 1 in. Do you think?
Okay.
Sound good, guys?
Yep. Roll.
You can do it.
So it's a D2.
I'm doing my mod here.
Okay.
Shit.
You hit.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to roll for your damage, first of all.
And you have a hit, you get bonus momentum for your aiming action. Don't forget that.
Okay. Okay. So I gain 1 additional momentum for the attack with the ranged. That already went into that?
No. It was a D2, so you got it. So that's a hit there. So now, because of your bonus momentum, you actually have 1 momentum left over.
Right. And okay, just a second. Accurate.
Accurate allows you to reroll
Right.
damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do my damage right away and
Yeah.
put that momentum back in the pot.
And
Okay.
accurate
Alright.
allows you to reroll.
And then yeah, and then I'm gonna reroll this 3.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, correct? With 3 effects.
Yeah, so
Wait,
6. That's 9 total there.
Yeah, your Arbalest is unforgiving and vicious. Vicious gives 1 additional point of damage for every effect.
So
Okay,
you
so
got
that-
9 damage total. That will be enough to kill one of
Yeah.
the mob easy. Because you
What's
only got to do
happening to me?
4. They have a point of armor of soak, and
So 2 die.
no, they just take 1 dice of damage. They prevent 1 point going through.
Well, like
So
how many are in the
8
mob?
points go through. 8
Yeah, so
points
8
go
points go through, unless he wants to spend the momentum on piercing or something else.
No.
Shouldn't need to because the unforgiving gives intense. So
Yes.
the 8 points will cause 1 wound. The intense will cause a second.
Not against minions.
No. That doesn't work for minions. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
So A6 goes down. Go ahead.
No.
So that was 4 points damage there. They only have 4 points. So with a momentum spend, you can kill 2.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take the next one.
Check out A2. That way I can get the other 2. Never mind.
Now for the complication. As the arrow reaches out and stretches through the crowds, it actually wipes out one of the civilians at the stage.
Oh. Innocent bystander.
And kills the bystander, and yeah, so that person goes down.
You know, I mean, shit. 2 cultists kill 2 bystanders. So, you know, I'm still ahead of the game on my score on this one.
And you know, as always, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
You still have plausible deniability. You meant to hit the bystander and not the cultist.
And so we go to Riju now.
Alright, I'm going to make an attack on cultist A5. And hopefully I'll have enough momentum to maybe do something to that cultist that closed the gate on him. The helper, gate closer. Here goes. And I spent 2 momentum.
So
Ouch.
there's no momentum in the pool. You have 1 success.
Are the melee attacks? Are they affected by the sandstorm?
Actually, that would have. I spent 2. That would have gave me another couple dice because I have that ability to Death Blade. So I'm missing.
Well, I'm missing. You can only do 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have 2 successes and 2 complications, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get you to roll damage because you hit.
Okay. And what was that?
And you hit with the
your
momentum.
nemesis
All right.
is actually
So let you
distracting you a bit. Whoa, that's a lot of dice.
That's enough to kill him. Easy.
Okay, I want to spend the 2 momentum to get the second kill on this guy here for No Mercy, I think it is, where I can carry it through to the other mob member. Oh, excuse me.
That's
Killing
a
Strike.
different group of that's not a part of the mob. That
That guy right here?
the gate, yeah. That's just a separate individual altogether. He's not part of a mob.
But do a swift attack if you can.
Okay.
Now you have to
I'll
move
do
there.
it.
So you did the attack. You're already close. You did your attack. So you got to do a minor action, and now you can do your swift attack. So it's a D2.
All right. And let's just roll it and see what we get.
That's a hit. Roll
No.
your damage.
Do I get it? I hit with 1 momentum, right?
No, it's a D2.
No, it's a D2.
No, okay, yeah. Here's the damage.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Jesus.
you got him at the gate.
All right. So this side's clear of those two guys. So now we can move on to the other half of the.
Well,
stadium.
before we move on, we got to worry about your 2 complications that you rolled.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd forget about those.
So, during this attack, and the earth is still shaking and stuff, I'm gonna have you have to do the same thing that Gaius had to do and make a D2 resistance roll or suffer a wound. But because he rolled, D2 resistance roll, suffer the wound.
All right. I didn't even have to use my hardy. Woohoo!
Excellent, right on. So you are fine in that regards. Okay, so you have gone, and now I am going to actually start acting out what Nemeth is going to do. And you hear him.
Can you remove those tokens so they don't distract me?
What tokens are they?
A5 that I killed.
The 2 you just killed.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
Less clutter on the map and the
Nope.
tracker.
I hear you. Nemeth, he starts to speak, and he starts to use a large, commanding voice. And again, this sounds something ancient and very powerful. And it sounds like obviously very similar language to what the other lady, what Anuit was doing. And he starts to raise his hands, and a big loud crash of thunder happens, and the sandstorm instantly engulfs the place, and is very furiously covering everyone right now. It's getting very hard to see, and he starts to laugh. And when he does that,
I'm about to go wreck his damn mummies if he didn't start playing right.
it seems like the... There's 2. Where are they on this?
The Reverend.
There, hold on.
The Reverend.
I get a dog in the background that's whining like very much, so I'm just going to bring this up. Behind...
Did you just cover up your dog in need with fantasy sound effects? Is that what just happened?
Dogs are always in need. Just look there. Never mind, I won't go with the next phrase.
It seems that whatever that Anath was yelling and screaming and chanting starts to bring to life the creatures that were on the rack. And 2 of these large creatures, dark ones, start to animate inside of the rack.
Wait a minute. She brought him to life, or he brought him to life?
He brought him to life. It seemed like
okay.
the blood of the...
I think you got your names wrong there for a second when you said whose chanting was doing what.
Yeah, sorry, Nemeth. Nemeth was doing the chanting, and it seems that he gathered power from the blood of the innocents that his cultists were have stabbed, almost as if it's some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah, it doesn't help that they got a bunch of others killed too with the earthquake.
Yeah, now you see that removing the cultist in the first place was a good thing to do. I knew it.
Your instincts are never wrong, Alric.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the next round. Who would like to go first? I know. I'll go first.
Spin that doom. Go first.
So a dark one, number 2. He instantly animates, and he's going to take a. Let's see. He's got to take a minor action. Or he's got to move actually. So it's a D1 to move. So
what are the effects of the sandstorm right now?
A D1 to move and a D1 to, well, the D1 to move anywhere, and that's because of the crowds. But the crowds of people have just kind of been phased out right now because they're all kind of gone in chaos. But it's a D1 to move and a D1 for observation rules.
Okay.
+1 difficulty. Or D1.
It's a D1.
Oh, okay.
So let's see here. 12s and 2s. I got an 11 and a 12. So that's 3 successes. So he gathers 2 momentum to move. He does that and he moves up towards Riju. With his 2 momentum, he is now going to, because the movement was his action, he's now going to do a secondary action, a swift action with his 2 momentum that he just gathered, and he's going to attack Riju. Riju, are you going to defend?
Yes, I wish to parry.
Alright, now you have the ability to parry, correct?
Correct. I have it actually twice. One between the deflection and then also because of my sword and my shield.
So no doom.
Yep.
Does the sandstorm make an attack more difficult?
No, he said just observation and movement.
Okay.
Stop trying to hinder me, please.
What? But no. It's all good. Just curious.
So it has a... First of all, you are going to have to make a fear check.
Oh, great, wonderful.
And it is...
he can see both me and Gaius, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
But that only affects your...
Well,
yourself.
he can see Gaius. It's because of the sandstorm. Let me see. Yeah, no, I'll say it's still. You can still see him. No problem.
Well, then make him do an observation check. See if you can.
Please stop helping.
It's sufficient if you might actually hear him. He's probably preaching.
No, I'm gonna say it's fine. So it is. It is a D2. Yeah, so a discipline 2 check.
I'm gonna give you 2 doom just so I have a chance to make this.
Okay.
You did.
And you pass. Alright. So this thing is now going to reach out and try to swipe at you. It has a... agility... 12s and 2s. I'm going to spend one of it's a dread creature, so it gets one for its own doom. So I'm going to spend that plus 2 extra doom to roll 5 dice total.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed it last time, Frank. JC's gotten into the whole 5 dice thing now for his guy.
How did you manage to beat those creatures?
They all in person.
Noxos one-shotted one of them, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And the rest ran away like rolls.
Yeah, they disintegrated, right?
Once he killed
So my parry, even though I have multiple things that give me parry, it's still just a normal roll, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you can always add doom.
Okay.
Just like any roll.
And you probably want to add doom because,
So I rolled 3 successes. So a hit with 2 successes is what I got.
I'm giving you 2 doom, which will give me 3 extra dice.
No, because it only works for melee, mate.
Yeah, it's parry is different skill. So you get 2 additional dice. But give him a 3rd doom so that you get 5 dice. Why not? Yeah.
There you go. Well done.
You defend and you get a momentum.
I'm going to use that momentum to turn right back around, and I got riposte.
Okay.
And I'm going to instantly able to attack after I've successfully defended using the parry skill, and I may immediately add a doom in order to make that melee attack against that I just parried. So.
Okay.
You're not using momentum. You're not using.
I was about to say I can use my momentum. I don't have to use the doom, do I?
I think it's always doom.
Just 1 second, guys. I gotta check up on my dog. 1 second.
Because why did I have to spend it if I can do that anyway then?
Wait. Riposte always generates 1 doom, but this momentum you probably need to get 2 dice to get 4 dice for your.
Okay, good point. So that'll give me 2 dice. So it'll spend the 1 doom. And now I can basically make my attack with a +2 modifier, even though I only spent the 1 doom for. It would give me 3 dice.
No, the doom cost is only to make this kind of riposte counter attack out of order. Normally, people cannot do that. Only if you have the talent.
Okay. I was thinking of swift action or whatever. So this is actually So I still haven't actually used my attack. All I've done is it's still technically a parry.
All right,
okay, gotcha.
And
Okay.
it's still at the start of the round, so you still have your standard action and so on.
Okay, so here goes my.
Okay, first of all, for the riposte, you got to use a doom to use the riposte.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's technically we're not even in my attack phase. We're still on his.
That's
This is me basically just giving him a quick whack right back across the head. That's because I have the skill. Otherwise, normally he said nobody'd be able to do that normally.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And then you can use the momentum
to get the extra 2 dice on this attack.
You get your 2 dice.
All right. Here goes. Come on, smack him. Yes.
That's good.
So that is a hit with 2 momentum.
All right, here goes the. So I can decide what to do with the momentum after I roll, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You always make your damage roll first. Oh wow!
Nice.
So that's 8 damage total.
There's
2
2
effects.
there that I see that I'm gonna want to re-roll due to my skill. So
Okay.
here's those.
So that's
Wow.
10 total.
Okay. And I also have the ability to add. Let's see, what was it? I can. Okay, so yeah, if I could either give him vicious, which was my effects only 2. I think it would probably be better if I saved the 2 momentum to use on the killing strike, where if I inflict a wound, I can automatically do a second wound.
Correct.
That's good.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna try a killing strike. If I get a wound, I want to use the 2 momentum to basically get him dead. If I don't kill him outright already.
All right. So that he has a soak of 4. So how much damage did you do total?
10
10
minus
total.
4 is 6.
He has a soak of 4, so that brings it down to 6.
Actually, can I give it? I can give it vicious if I give you a doom, right?
Nope.
No.
Only piercing.
And vicious doesn't do any good. You only have 2
Okay.
effects.
Gotcha.
But you have the killing strike spent, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Was the killing strike with my
Yeah.
2 momentum.
Yep. So
6 points. Will
you
cause
have
a
6
wound.
points that goes through, so that's enough to cause 1 wound.
All right, then I'm gonna use killing strike to make it 2 wounds, and that'll be both my momentum.
That's a good defense.
Thank you.
So that is
yeah.
the dark
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Number 2 is gone down.
Now it's my turn, right?
Well, it's whoever wants to go. Yep.
I'll take it.
Okay.
So I need to move in order to attack, right? To get into the zone, just like he did.
Yep. So it's a D1 to move.
Now, guys, you're gonna support me, right? Or
Well, of
Never mind.
course.
Yeah,
Of course I am.
moving is a standard action to get into adjacent zone, isn't
it
it?
didn't
Yeah.
cost him a standard action. It
Yes,
just
it did.
was the.
Oh, yes,
okay.
it is.
It did.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's a D1. I had to get the momentum to make a Swift strike.
All
So
right. Then
make
I
a
guess
D1
I'm
to
giving
move
you
first.
What skill is that?
Is your agility. Acrobatics, sorry.
Yeah.
So you move up.
And you get one
Momentum. Yay! All right. Use that momentum to take a. I gotta take a swift. I gotta use a swift action, right?
Because you
Well,
used,
it costs 2.
yeah, you can use a fortune point, and you don't get any negatives on your attack.
And that's a good thing. Yeah. Keep the momentum to buy 2 additional dice and use your fortune point to get another standard action.
Okay. So I basically need to spend one of these as well. So now I
Yep.
got. So rephrase that again, Frank. So now I can take my swing.
Yeah, and you have another standard action without any heightened difficulty. That's a good thing.
Okay. All right. So here
And
goes.
you're going to use the 1 momentum to roll 4 dice total.
Yeah.
All right. Here goes.
So, yeah, for who were you attacking?
I'm attacking the other dark one. I figured they're the biggest threat.
All right, so he's going to try and parry. So we'll take that re-roll back because. All right, so we'll decide here now. It has a reach of 2. You have a reach of 2 as well, correct?
Correct.
All right, so there's no change that way.
Yeah, I haven't quite got enough points to get that ability to be able to make my reach 3.
All right, so I just spent a doom to react. The coordination of this thing is 9. And I'm going to spend another doom to roll 3 dice. And I got 1 success. So that is a hit with 2 momentum.
Very good.
So.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, let's do that first. Here's the damage.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
And you
All
can
right,
reroll
I
the
can
3.
re-roll the 3. Yeah, here goes the 3 roll. Ooh, nice. So that's 3 effects and 13 points of damage, right?
13 points of
13.
damage. 9 of it gets through.
If you use one of your momentum, you can add vicious, or you can also spend 1 on penetrate.
I thought you can only spend on penetrate. I don't. Where's that too? Where it says you can add vicious?
It's a talent. It's a talent.
It's a talent. Oh,
yeah, I have a talent that lets me do it. But what would be the point? I mean, because I have so many effects. Because I have 3 effects.
Well, so it'll work either way. The thing is, you want to make sure you get at least. We don't know how many points of vigor they have, but.
Well, I think I've got enough to get 1 wound because the guy didn't get his parry off.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's the other thing you can do is you can use your killing strike.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Good.
If I don't kill him outright with this damage, then I'll use that to push it over the edge.
Well, you actually strike it, and you cleave it pretty much clear and in half, and the whole thing goes down. It just goes down. You've killed it.
Nice. Now with the 2 momentum, can I attack Nemeth?
Not now because you've already taken a swift action.
Yeah, you only have in total 2 standard actions. So no. Sorry.
So if I need to bank those 2 momentum for next person to be able to Gaius to take Nemeth. All right.
All right. So I'm going to spend a doom, and I'm going to go next.
I knew it was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen.
And I'm going to have Inuit is going to start to activate here.
Now, please don't take the whole damn stage down while I'm standing on it. I just helped her out.
Yeah, she's a kill stealer, you know?
That's one way to put it.
And Inuit is going... what am I going to do?
Care about going in sequence.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. So many options here.
Except counterspell. Nobody has that option.
Actually, it's not going to Inuit that's going to go. It's going to be the rival who's going to go.
Oh.
And he is going to make a D1 maneuver to see if he can get to the stage.
Really? This shit goes down and he wants to pick a fight?
Yeah, it will be stage fighting now.
Do me a favor, guys. Leave me my two momentum if you can. I'd like to put them into him.
Okay, I can do that.
So,
give me 4.
Let's see here. He has
the GM is being unfair and he's using that entire doom pool with his rival.
Let's see. Acrobatics is 2, so it is 11
and the Desert Storm's gonna make it harder, right?
Yeah, so it's a D1. And he's going to roll 2 dice, and he needs 11.
And he's got to go through the mob, right?
And he gets 1 success.
He falls into the shaking earth pit.
So he is going to move to there. And that's his movement. And as he runs out, and he's like, I cannot believe you are actually trying to make a difference. And he's really starting to point it out to you now. He just runs up on stage. He's like, he can't have you up there chopping black ones in half and him not getting any action.
I didn't leave anything for him.
He's not going to do that at all.
There's the summoner right there for you. He started it. He's the one that created the black ones. That's like taking the head of the snake off.
Who wants to go next?
I think I might.
Okay.
If other people are amenable to that, or did we say that somebody else was going first?
No, go
Oh,
ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
teasing. I was teasing Gaius not to leave me hanging. That's all.
Okay, so I think I should go after Nemeth, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay, so what is my range to him right now?
Your range to him, 2 zones.
And that is acceptable.
That's a medium range. Yep.
That's what my arbalist is, but there's +1 because of the sandstorm.
So it's a D2. Yep.
Okay. I am going to utilize a fortune.
Okay. Spend that fortune.
Wow.
There's 1 fortune. Then I am going to suck up 2 momentum.
Okay.
For a +3. You guys okay with that?
That's
No, it's +2.
Plus 2.
4 dice. You roll.
Fortune already gives you a dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, but it is +2. I'll be getting +2, but just you're talking about what I actually add to my modifier, right?
Right, you're going to roll 4 dice. You've
Okay.
already rolled 1
Let
dice.
me ask you: did you spend your minor action to aim?
Minor action to aim, please.
Yep.
Sorry, I just got those new talents.
That's no problem.
Okay, so I think I should roll now. Yes, range
Go ahead.
attack. Now this bonus to range attacks, I haven't been utilizing these, but you've got these mathed in, right?
Those are for those damage.
Do you have those mathed in? Have I been forgetting those?
No, you roll
Do I
those
need-
after. You roll your damage after.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
first,
so-
okay, before you do roll, he is going to try and dodge out of the way.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend the doom to do that.
All right.
So it's a D2. You already got that. Everything now is momentum.
Yeah. So,
So
roll
four,
it.
4 dice total.
Roll it. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's 4 momentum, and you have aim. So you have 5 momentum left. Very good.
All right. So I'm going to try and dodge that now.
That would be a hard dodge.
Burn all the doom to dodge it.
Oh yeah, do it. You want it.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
So it is acrobatics to dodge, isn't it?
Yeah, against range. Yes.
Yes.
So movement. So I got to roll 5 dice, and I'm looking for 9s and 0s. And I get a complication.
Yeah.
And he is. I'm gonna give you the unforgiving trait. It's going to be as if you got an exploit action on. Put it that way.
Wow. So how much momentum did you generate?
He only got. He got 1 success, so he got 3 momentum. For
Well,
5,
1
6.
success.
Hold on, 6 versus 5. He got 5 momentum. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
1 success, he didn't get any momentum, so there's no subtraction from.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damage. Okay. So I have bonuses here. Do I have to add that in with the clicking the sword after I roll my arbalist?
Well, if you got extra dice damage that you get to add.
Bonuses in the bonuses on the character sheet.
Oh, let me have a look.
You mean your ranged bonus? Yes.
Your
Yes,
range
range
bonus is
bonus.
1.
So do I activate that by clicking the
It's
little
already
sword?
included. It's already included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So how is that? Oh, there's 6 dice there. Okay, I see it. All right. So I want to re-roll the 3 and the 4. Correct?
Yeah. Very good, because you got the unforgiving as a bonus for this one. So every effect counts as vicious and which means intense on top of that.
Well, the herbalist already has unforgiving, so
It's
but he has vicious as
and
well.
vicious, yeah. So
Essentially, he does. Let's see.
Icon 11.
Let's see. He's got 3 regular damage. He's got 4 effects, or 5 effects total. Sorry, 2 effects total.
No, four.
Four.
Those two.
Because I rolled the 3 and 4 is what I re-rolled.
Yes, that's
So I
right.
got
So that's 5.
6.
4.
So
Okay, so 3.
I get 15.
I get 11.
Oh no, 16 actually.
I got 13.
15. Wait. Every single effect counts as 3 damage. One for itself. Unforgiving gives you 1, and additional and vicious gives you another 1.
No, unforgiving only gives intense, right?
No. It counts as vicious and gives you intense.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why arbalists are such a killer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's 4 effects, so that works out to be 12 there, plus his damage of 3 with regular damage. So 12, that's 15.
That should hurt.
That's 15 damage total.
And you still have 5 momentum from your hit. You could use it for additional damage or another.
Penetration. We don't know what this guy's armor is.
Hasn't he done enough damage? My God.
Okay, so let's see here. This guy here, he has a soak of 1, so that's 14 damage gets through. So that's enough to bring him down to 0. So that's 2 wounds there.
And intense, the third one.
Is 3 wounds, so he takes 3 wounds.
Wow.
And
if he's a nemesis, 1 more puts him unconscious.
Yeah, you use 2 momentum for a swift attack and finish him.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right, go ahead. You just work out the numbers, and I'll be right back. I gotta let my dog go.
Okay, but I won't be able to use accurate. I won't be able to use marksman because I've already used my minor action, right?
Yeah, but you still have 3 momentum in the pool, so you can use those to roll 5 dice, and you need, of course, to beat +1 difficulty. So
why +1 difficulty?
Well, it'll be a D3 then.
Yeah.
Action is a +1 difficulty.
Yeah, a swift action raises the difficulty by 1.
Unless you use another fortune point, in which case it goes back down to D2.
Yeah, and you still keep 2 momentum, because you don't need to spend those for the swift action.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. This arbalest is so dangerous.
Well, I was successful on the last couple of adventures, so I figured I should... And my character already had some range, so I figured...
Yeah.
I had to build that in. Okay, so we should probably wait till he gets back to do the roll, though, right? So, my adjustment is +2, right?
I don't have much time, guys. I'm actually already late, so go ahead and roll it. It'll show it on it. He knows you didn't cheat it.
Yeah, and you have three additional dice because you paid 3 momentum. So
no,
you're +3.
No, because I have one of them was a fortune point. I spent a fortune point on it.
You're absolutely right.
Right. So 2.
You only
if you spend this to hit, but if you spend fortune to get another standard action, it doesn't count as a die.
So this, first of all, this is just to let you know, this is going to be a D3 where he's dealing with the sandstorm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so +3 or with the fortune point to get the action?
You can do it for either. So
I'm just wondering.
I was recommending that you spend the fortune point for the action, so you're back down to a D2.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And then you could even spend your third fortune point to get one die if you need to, but you're rolling a D2. I think you have 3 momentum available.
Yeah.
You can spend all 3 of those to roll 5 dice to get
Yeah, you started with 5 momentum. Wait with the momentum tally. You start with 5 momentum and you spend 3 of those for 3 additional dice, so you have still 2 momentum left.
Okay, so I'm rolling my attack.
Okay, D2.
The group pool should be at 2 momentum.
That's what I thought. That's why I had it at a second ago. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you roll 5 dice. Oh wow!
And that is a D2, which you already got 2 already because you used a fortune. So you actually have 4 momentum.
It's actually 6 because we add the full 4.
Oh right. Yep.
Unless you're going to dodge.
No, he's not. He's hit.
So, damage.
I'm gonna re-roll the 3 4s.
And the 3. You can re-roll 4
no need
damage
to.
dice.
Actually, there actually will be. No, there won't be. There won't be a need. You got enough. He was already at 0. He only had 1 point of armor, so the next scratch takes him down.
Good job. Alright, y'all think y'all can do cleanup? I gotta run.
Alright, man. You take care.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. See you next time. Call me Lee Harvey out.
Oh, Jolly, can you just tell me however many points I need to worry about for the in-between session?
Yeah,
Thanks,
no
man.
problem. I'll let you know.
Alright, y'all have a great one, guys. Thanks for the game. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So, Anaxis has proven to be quite an archer for a pirate.
Yeah, really.
All right, who wants to go next?
Go ahead, guys.
Okay, should I take out this Black Seal Cultist A2 in front of Gaius?
Yeah, free him up.
Okay, moving closer would need a
It's a
D1 acrobatics roll, yes?
Yep.
Okay, but I do have actually a talent that reduces the difficulty. What's it called? Message Runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That
it's a
reduces
D0.
the difficulty by 1 for any acrobatics test made to overcome obstacles, hindrances, hazards, or other form of difficult terrain.
Yep, so it's a
It's a
D0.
D0. So that means I don't need to roll.
If you don't want to.
Oh, no, I don't want to. I want to use my standard action then to actually throw a knife.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, then I will throw my knife.
So it's
And we have not-
because it's going to be a D2 because of the sand.
Okay. We have lots of momentum left, so I will take 3 of those for 3 dice.
Okay.
And let's see if I can manage to knife this one at the distance. So, take that. Oh, that's a complication, but nevertheless, 4 successes. So, D2 hit with 2 momentum.
Yep. And
now the damage for throwing knife is this one here. That's I spent 1 momentum to reroll 1, 2, 3 dice.
Okay.
Let's see how that turns out. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's in total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. And I spent the other momentum for penetration. So that's 7 points of damage, piercing 2.
That is enough to kill him.
Very good. And now I have a complication.
Wandered into the earthquake. Jeez.
You mysteriously all of a sudden feel terrified and actually full in your stomach. Your world swims in front of you.
Okay.
That's my typical state in the morning, but nevertheless.
All right, you. Who wants to go next?
Somebody else can go.
I guess that leaves me. Are these the Black Seer bees? Are they all a mob?
That's one whole mob. And what I will do, I will enlarge them all.
Whoa! They are growing.
To represent, because they all got kind of wiped out individually for the most case.
Yeah, are they in my zone or not?
They are in your zone. Because he
Then
said
I'll
right in the
just-
gate.
Yep. So I'll just use a minor action then to adjust.
Okay.
And let's see. There's 2 momentum in the pool.
There's 2 in the pool.
So I'll just use one of those to get 2.
They can't defend because they're a mob.
Out.
So that is a hit with 4 momentum. Are you going to re-roll any of those dice?
Well, I can re-roll just the 3. That's for free.
Do you have any talents that cause vicious or so?
I do actually.
So that's 8 points of damage total.
And I'll spend 1 momentum then to make that a total of 12, I think.
8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11. Yeah, because you double yours up, right?
Yeah, it's 12, yeah.
They become vicious. So that's 12 points.
So that is 12 points of damage. They have a soak of 1 each. If you have 3 more momentum,
4.
you can wipe out 3.
Use it.
How many momentum do I need?
3.
All right, yeah, I'll use that to take out 3 of them.
All right. So let's see here. So that's B1. So he dead. And he dead. All right.
And then I'll use the last momentum to do a swift action using my shield.
Yep.
So it's a D2 now.
D2.
And I will. You're looking a little low on momentum on Doom there, so I'll give you.
All right. How many Doom you gonna give me? 2.
2. Yep.
Okay.
Whew.
So it's a D2. So you hit with 1 momentum.
And I can re-roll all 3 of those.
Okay.
So 3 points of damage.
There's 2 instant momentum left. Based on your rolls, not what's in the
So 4 points of damage and 2 points of piercing. Right?
Yeah. 1 for piercing, and they only have 4 points they can take. So
I only see 3 points of damage.
You use 1 point to get an extra point of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh, gotcha.
And 1 momentum for the piercing.
Yep. All right.
And that last cultist goes down. right.
All right, guys. You.
I searched the priest for money.
Well, we still have 2 cultists and this.
No, the cultists are dead.
No, the guys.
Gate guards.
2 gate guards.
Oh,
Unless
they're
they run.
just individuals. They're not even worth. They're just fleeing. Like they're just gone.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's no
They were just
Jaka.
placeholders.
With a dust storm, I probably can't even get on the stage, honestly, with a wound.
It's not that high a stage.
Yeah, but I have to make a D2 test with my 7 acrobatics or whatever.
Okay. Yes. Oh yeah.
I would need like somebody to come pick me up and carry me over there.
Something to give
I
them
can
a push.
lend
push
you
over.
my arm. Yes.
Oh, you know something? I forgot to show. I actually got carried away here. I actually forgot to show the picture of what the dark ones were supposed to look like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ruji not killed them too quickly.
Yeah. I already had a good look at them.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, guys, you are still recovering from the. Well, you're kind of shaken up from the earthquake, and what is it you want to do?
I'm making my way over towards the priest to check and see whether he's dead or not, and also to see what kind of religious garb and symbols and whatnot he has on him, and money. All
right, so you'll have to get up on the stage. Oh, he wasn't quite on the stage. He was kind of right next to you. So it'll be a D1 observation check.
Ah, okay.
So actually a D2 because of the sand.
Didn't make it.
You don't quite see anything. All right, next up, Jacal is just he's going to continue taunting Riju, right? Completely oblivious to what's going on around him. He doesn't really care all that much. He is surely trying to pick a fight with Riju, but since Jordan is not here, I'm not going to have him choose to fight. So they're just kind of arguing back and forth. So last but not least is going to be Inuit. And she is going to spend a fortune point. So that's 3 doom there. And she is going to disappear. Is anyone... Septimus, I'm going to allow you, because you're in the same zone as her. Did you want to try to spot her? Or are you going to let her disappear? Oh, and Anaxis as well.
What do you mean
Actually,
by...
no, I'm going to hold off. No, I'm going to change my mind. I am going to do something a little bit more. She saw Anaxis fire an arrow. She also saw all this combat going ahead. She knows Anaxis is a threat. So she is going to have a look at him. And she is starting to chant. So I'm going to put my 3 doom back there. And she is going to start casting a spell. She takes a minor action to focus, and then she's going to take a action to cast a spell. She is going to cast Dismember.
What?
Casting Dismember. It is a D1 to do this. She is going to spend...
But range figures into this.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Anaxis, it was nice knowing you.
So it's a D2. She is going to spend another focus to have a fortune point on her spell. That brings it down to 5.
What can you do with fortune points again?
you're going to use it to roll to make an extra roll of the dice. Is what you're going to do.
No, I mean, can I interrupt?
No.
And shoot her before?
No interrupting. So, it's a D2. I'm going to roll 4 dice total. She already got 2 successes. So, this is a knowledge roll. Willpower is 10. 2, so it's a 12.
That could get missed.
So 4 dice, here goes. So everything that she rolls now, every success is a momentum. So she got a hit with 3 momentum. Now she
But you
incurs
could-
1 doom, 1 complication.
But you could try to dodge because it's like a ranged attack.
Yeah.
So how many successes did she get?
She got 3 successes.
So to dodge, I would need.
Acrobatics, 3 successes with 3 momentum.
Yeah, it costs one doom to make the reaction unless you have a talent that allows you to save that.
Okay.
And you want to do that. Considering the spell, you want to do that.
Okay, so I want to use a fortune.
You're using your last fortune. All right.
Did you generate 1 doom because a reaction costs 1 doom?
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
And then I'm gonna give you another 1 doom. And that gives me 1 bonus.
Yep.
And should I give him another 1, guys?
Yes, you.
Another 2?
Do
Wait a minute.
do you have any focus in acrobatics?
Yes. I've got 9 F1.
Yeah.
1 focus.
So that fortune point gives you 2 successes then,
Right.
and then you can roll up to 4 dice.
Yeah. So for another doom, you get your 4th die.
But you know something? I'm going to be the real jerk, and I'm enjoying this now. I have the option of spending Doom before. I kind of did it out of sync. No, you know something? I'm going to take it back because I kind of did it out of sync. Go ahead.
Well, you had 3 momentum, right?
I had 3 momentum.
Oh.
Yep.
You have 3 momentum, correct?
Yep.
And we're trying to figure out what the delta
Yep.
is, right?
Okay. So that is a total of 5 dice, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your fortune counts as 1, and then you roll 4.
So put +2 in the modifier.
Acrobatics, correct? Yes.
That looks good.
By 1.
Total of 4 successes.
She
So
had
that's
3.
3 momentum, and I got 3 momentum.
Right.
Uh,
So eyes always go to the character, unless.
Which is what I'm doing.
Here, wait a second. Wait, no, wait. She got 3 momentum?
yeah.
So did you.
So did you, yep.
Yeah.
I thought I got
The
4
basic difficulty for you was a D1 for the defense.
Okay.
Your fortune point gives you 2 successes, and you roll two more. That means 4 successes. Difficulty 1 means
3
success
momentum,
with
right.
3 momentum.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
So I am going to
I
break the
have higher
timer.
math.
That's it. Bye, guys.
Oh, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna kill you.
Poor Anaxos. I knew him well.
You're gonna get a
Dismember?
nice scar.
I can't imagine how dismember. Because you can spend Doom to trigger more effects in dismember, right?
It's called dismember for a reason. Now the nice thing is you didn't get any momentum from that roll.
Yeah, so now it's just straight dice damage.
But nevertheless, it's.
A successful casting of spells allows you to cast 4 physical dice damage with piercing 3.
Piercing 3, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Alright, so it's just straight 4 damage, so I'm just going to roll. Oops, right. Wrong dice. Chrome 4d6. Dismember with 3 piercing.
Don't lose your head.
So I do a total of 5 damage. And
5 damage?
so let's see
5
where I
wounds?
hit you. I gotta see where I hit
5
you.
No.
5 vigor damage with 3 piercing. So what's your
Where do you hit me?
I hit you
Everywhere?
in the torso.
Okay, so where's my armor again? Where's it on the sheet?
bottom middle of the first page?
Okay, torso. It's showing me a 0 on.
Oh, that's because you in your upkeep, you sacrificed your armor in one of the last adventures.
Yeah, and the upkeep would have fixed
covered
that. What's the armor in the rest of your body?
He doesn't have
0.
armor anywhere else.
Oh, you don't have any armor.
Let's on the go with that. He should have. It's not in his inventory sheet. You're gonna have to look at your.
Well, he is a pirate.
He
Do
has a
pirates start with
slouch
armor?
brimmed hat. That's all he has, according to the inventory sheet.
Wait a second. So that would be on my PDF, though, right?
It should be.
Okay. So what? So I'm confused as to what happened here. I lost my armor.
Let's first establish: do you have any armor?
Yeah. Did you ever wear armor? Are you an armored fighter or are you unarmored usually?
I guess I'm unarmored.
Then you didn't lose anything besides a lot of blood, which now. Is
Okay. So piercing 3. Let's get back to that here.
All right. So you don't have any
Piercing
armor.
is irrelevant.
So it's 5 wounds total, or 5 vigor damage, which is a wound.
Yeah.
Right, and that does not take me to 0.
Nope.
Now, how I'm gonna? Okay, it's got the max. All right, so 4. Okay, 1 wound. Yes. Did you add the wound, or did it just automatically match?
No, I added it to you.
Okay. All right. So, what does this look like?
She probably tried to grasp your heart right out and rip it right out of your chest or so.
Like,
With-
what's his name? Like,
With that, what it is, you see her point towards you, and suddenly you feel a compelling force against your body, and you're getting assaulted by what feels like hot daggers, but you don't see anything, and you can feel your chest burning, and welts open up on your chest, and you feel like there's a tearing sensation in your rib cage, but luckily your heart doesn't burst out of it.
It's probably your inner organs got stirred to a pulp or so. That's how it feels. And then worse.
So now I am going to use a fortune point with her. That's 3 doom, and she is going to make a D1 stealth check
to disappear?
to see if she can run away.
Fucking.
Could some of us actually witness that and observe that?
Frank, I'm going to say you cannot, and I'm going to say Gaius cannot. Because as soon as she moves around that corner, you're going to lose visibility
Yeah,
on
but
it.
Septimus might.
Septimus might, and I will say Anaxis might.
Which way is she going?
She is heading this way.
Gotcha. So this is a struggle, her stealth against my observation.
Right. Because she is in the sandstorm,
Sand.
it's
Yep.
going to be hard for her to move away, but it's
It's
also
also hard for me to see.
hard for you to see. So I'll just keep it simple and say it'll be a D2 all the way around for everybody.
Sorry, a what? A D2 to even have a chance?
To see her.
Or
It's a D2 difficulty to watch her run.
Yeah.
a D2 what?
For you, the observation.
Okay, so I've got like sharp senses and
That allows you to reroll, but you need to make a roll first.
okay, cool. I just wanted to do it. I want to check before I did something.
Agility is 8. 8, 8, 8.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Does my eye pop out of my head? Arp. Popeye. Literally. I'm re-rolling that though, right? I can re-roll 1d20, make an observation. So I'm re-rolling the...
Yes, you
Better
better.
do
Roll the
20. Yeah,
you better.
better do that. And wow, that's much better. That's
So-
a success.
But yeah, no, it's D2 for everybody, so no one's got anything right yet.
Actually, I saw her. I've used a fortune point, but I don't have any.
No momentum. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, no problem. So she is going to spend 3 to roll 5 dice. No, she's supposed to spend 3 to use a fortune point for herself.
Ah.
How many fortune points has she spent so far?
There's 3.
She can spend as many as there's doom for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As many as it takes.
So
that's the problem.
Okay, so they... Nemesis, or what's the proper title for her?
The
Right.
Nemesis level NPC, yeah.
They can spend Doom as though it were a fortune, like a piece, if she was a PC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
and she's going to use the last 2 doom to roll 2 extra dice. So she's going to roll 4
I want
dice.
her dead.
She's going to roll 4 dice total, and she needs 8s or lesses. She doesn't have a very good stealth skill. So 8s or less. Here we go. 4 dice.
All she needs is 1.
And she does not. So you see her run away.
Yes.
Oh.
So she moves to the gate.
And I will pursue.
All right. So this is a new round. This is now round number 4. I cannot spend Doom to run away off the map because
You're out of doom for the first time. Holy cow!
And there's
All right,
no
so I
momentum.
need to use. I need a D1 just to move into her zone, correct?
Correct. Yep. If she can get out of this zone by this round, I'm going to rule that she is free.
Yes. Well, I guess it all depends on this acrobatics roll.
And Naxos and you are the only ones who really have a chance in the matter. You are
Okay.
in the zone.
I can move,
Yep.
but that takes my standard action, correct?
Correct.
So I would now need to give you. Oh, this sucks. Actually, no. I will spend a fortune
Ooh, 14.
to go ahead and do a second action to try to attack her.
Okay, are you attacking her, or are you grappling her?
Oh no, I'm attacking her. I thought we were on the same side for a while there until she did the dismember thing against my buddy, so I'm sorry it's a woman, but
You know, with only 2 sentences, you summarized quite a tragic romance.
Okay. So she cannot defend. really thought I was going to get one momentum to get away. I really thought I was.
So did I. I was like, oh, there's no way she's gonna not get one of those
Yeah.
4.
She needed less. She never got it.
I will go ahead and use my last moment.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's a D1. Ooh, complication.
Whoa.
So 4 successes, which is 3 momentum, but a complication.
Roll your. You're gonna hate me. You are going to make an agility roll D1 to avoid falling over the debris and the rumble and the debris in the ground. So you hit.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Oh.
But to make the safe face, you make it look like you lunge forward. I planned this. You dive at her, swinging your sword, right?
Absolutely. So do I connect? I do.
Oh yeah, you connect. You connect. You got your 3 momentum. Five damage. Is that what I'm seeing? Or 3?
Reroll 4. I can reroll 4 of those.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
So 3, 4, 5, 6 damage total.
6 with 3 effects. So I can use one of my momentum to add vicious from my talent.
Okay.
So that goes from 6 to 9.
Wow. Okay.
I'll add one more just to make it an even 10. And then just in case, because I don't know if she has any hiding under her...
Are you burning all the momentum in the pool?
Yeah, I'm going to burn the last one for penetration just in case.
All right,
Are you sure you don't want to leave anything for me to try and take a shot at her, or you think...
So that is how much damage total? 10, you say?
I mean, I'm okay. Like
10 plus 2 penetration.
I don't care as long as she dies.
So that is 2 wounds on her.
Wow. Okay. It sounds even more like misapplied speed dating what you're doing here.
And since I've already done 2 standard actions, Anaxis is up to you to put her away now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to... first I'm going to use my marksman, right? No, my accurate. No. Marksman.
Yep.
Minor attack, putting a little... So I get an additional momentum for the attack.
Yep.
That comes after if I'm successful.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And then... What about that, like, observation to get
exploit action?
And
That's an action. That's
a standard action
itself.
And then I'll need to give him a doom to make my regular action?
Nope.
No, I can't do that.
You do have your regular action. If you forego the exploit action, you can simply cause damage.
Yeah, don't worry about the exploit. Just worry about use your minor action to do the aim.
Okay, minor action to do the aim. Then I'm going to give him 3 doom.
Okay, hold on. Now, first of all, she is 1 range closer now, so it's an additional difficulty because you're closer than your normal range.
But I can reduce the penalty for firing at a range other than the weapon's optimal range by 1.
Yep. So that brings you back to 1 again.
D2.
But, and because of the D2. Because of the sand, so it's a D2 total because of the sandstorm as well.
Correct.
Yep. I'm giving you 3.
Okay. And you're wounded, so that's a D3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have a wound.
Oh yes, wounds actually add to the physical actions.
Right. Wait a second. I forgot to do my hardy. Shit.
Oh, too bad.
When make your resistance test? No, that's resistant. Sorry,
Resistance,
never mind.
Yeah, no, that recover during combat to recover
Right.
your.
Okay, so I think I'm just good to toss out these dice, right?
Yep.
You agree?
She can't
For a
defend.
total.
She can't. Oh no, she got to. So she will try and defend. All right. So it's a D3 for you.
So is it better not to give him the doom and then?
No, it's all right.
It's too late. Go ahead and carry on.
Sorry, I'm still okay. So
it's a
Yeah,
it's a hit with 1 momentum.
Yeah, and she needs to she wants to dodge.
It's a
But she
D3
has
for
two
her.
no. We had two. We had another momentum to this because of my.
Oh right, you're correct.
Accurate.
Yes.
Two.
Yes.
Should I
absolutely
keep
right.
track of it down here, and then we can
Yeah.
compare it to yours? Is that how you like to do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she has 2 wounds already, so that's at least a D3 to dodge.
Yeah, it's a D4 total now for her to dodge.
Wow.
So she is going to do whatever she can to get out of here. And
She started it. It's not my fault.
Yeah,
I can't believe you're
actually,
killing harmless
that's
women.
what I always say.
So she has an agility of 8. And she has no type of movement bonuses, so it's 8s or less. She rolls 4 dice. She needs to get 4 successes. No, she's going to get hit anyway, regardless. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, because she doesn't have any focus.
Yep. Well, we'll just
Oh,
roll anyway.
and you've only got 2 momentum, right?
2 momentum, yep.
Oh, so you can't use a fortune.
But it'll cut back on the momentum that he has.
True, very true.
So right now he has 4 momentum. And you still have 4 momentum.
Oh.
Well, two momentum because he had a D2.
2 momentum.
Right, that's correct. Yep.
Right.
He had a
okay.
D3, the 1 success plus his bonus.
Now
So he's
I
got
have
2.
hit her, correct?
You have hit.
Yeah.
Roll the damage.
I'm gonna reroll. I can reroll up to the number of talents I have. I think that's correct. Let me just.
Yeah,
I'm
and
still
you have
reading.
4 talents. Yeah.
That was the accurate, right?
Yeah.
Equal to the number of ranged talents and rank. Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
so you
I can roll.
roll 3 dice. We roll 3 of the damage.
Yep. Oh, that hurt.
Ouch.
That's 12 points in total.
As she's running and she's diving for the gate, and Septimus is behind her, just stumbling over. She's just.
Should I roll the dice for that? That's
She's
location.
just pushing her way out through the gate,
You're fine.
and the
I like the
arrow
location.
bolt connects with her neck and goes out the other side. She drops in a gurgling scream, and with that, she goes down.
Curtain down.
So, I knew it. The sorceress is dead.